Hey guys, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Joseph. Today I have something a little bit exciting and different for my channel, and that's because I'm going to be testing the 5D Mark IV. I have never used this camera before, and all my cameras actually have been, let's say, the affordable versions. So for example, I was using the 6D, which was more or less like an affordable version of the 5D Mark III, and now I'm using the EOS R, which is also cheaper than the 5D Mark IV. Currently the EOS R is going for about $1,007, and this is going for $2,500, I guess. So my EOS R is still relatively cheaper, even though it has the same sensor as the 5D Mark IV. So what I want to do is test these two cameras in a very controlled lighting scenario so that I can compare the images with you guys. You know, we can see if truly the sensors are the same and if the picture quality from them are exactly the same, or how they perform, if there's any difference between the two of them, to see if the pricier 5D Mark IV has advantages over it. So I'm going to start off with the 5D Mark IV, and with that I'm also using for the first time Canon's 35 1.4 lens. This is not the Mark II, this is the Mark I, but hey, I think it's going to do the job for today. So what I'll do is I'm going to remove this lens from the 5D Mark IV and then put it on the EOS R and then use the exact same settings. So camera settings, flash power, and then try and take the exact same pictures. Afterwards, we'll compare the images on screen, or I'm going to actually put them side by side and see if you guys can tell the difference between the EOS R and then the 5D Mark IV, and then I'll also let you know at the end of the video which images are which. All right, so let me quickly go over my lighting setup and then we're going to start shooting. So what I've done is I wanted the image to look as natural as possible. So inside this place we have two windows, and I want it to look like those are the windows that are lighting up my subject. So what I wanted to do is, because I'm using this 36-inch softbox, it's not going to be like a really soft light, even if I get it extremely close to her, because of the size. If I was using my parabolic, that would have been a different story. So if you want to diffuse your light even more, what you can do is just put a large scrim in front of your light, even through the softbox, and it's still going to soften the light. So what is happening is it's going through the softbox, which is already softening the light from the head, and then it's going to come out through this scrim in front of that and soften it even more, because that is bigger, and it's also going to reduce the amount of light hitting my subject. What I have on this end also is to just enhance the light which is coming in from this window. So that is supposed to cast, you know, like a rim light on here, but it's not really as strong. So I have this strip box on the side which is also going to light it up and cut it out from the background even more and make it pop. So that is literally my setup for today. So I'm going to start shooting with a 5D Mark IV, and then we're going to look at the images and then also do the same with the EOS R. So the first thing I even want to say is talk about how bulky the 5D Mark IV is. I didn't know it was really this bulky till I held it. Like, it's really massive and it really feels solid, but it's heavy compared to my EOS R. My EOS R is really, really light, and I think pairing it with the 35 is going to be even lighter, because most of the time I'm using my Sigma lenses and those lenses are really heavy, but this lens is light, so pairing it with my EOS R is going to be like a perfect fit. Also, one thing I noticed when I was shooting is the focus points are all in the center. So if I want to get a composition that I want, it means I have to focus and recompose. And sometimes what that does is it's going to soften your images. It's not going to be as sharp. But one thing that I know they're also boasting of is the fact that you can move your focus points anywhere. So I'm going to move to the frame that I like and then just move my focus point just like that. Okay, yeah, that's perfect. Can you raise your legs up a tiny? Yeah, perfect, just like that. Yeah, that's stunning. Okay, one more. Yeah, this is looking really soft and natural, and I really, really like that. So just for comparison's sake, I'm going to move my focus point back to the center, because I know it's also the sharpest when it's like that. And then I'll focus, recompose, and take a shot. Focus, recompose, take a shot. All right. One other thing I also want to test again is shooting in the live view mode, because that almost gives you like a mirrorless feel. So I know it has face and eye tracking, so I'm going to test that now. So I'm in live view. I haven't changed my camera settings at all. I'm shooting 1/125 f1.4 and ISO 200. And yeah, it is tracking her face. All right, so I'm going to just focus, and you can see it's picking up her face, just like my EOS R, and then I take a shot, and that's it. All right, so I'm going to note my settings down, switch to the EOS R, stay in the same position, and then take a few frames. So now that I have mounted the 35 on my EOS R, like I said, it's really, really light. I can even just use one hand to take a picture, and that's amazing. So let me just get my settings the exact same. So 1/125 on shutter speed, 1.4 aperture, and then ISO 200. Also just take the trigger off the 5D Mark IV and put it on the EOS R. So I've not done anything, and one thing you'll note even from like behind the camera is that I have cropped my screen a little bit, and that's something I found missing on the 5D Mark IV. So sometimes I just want to see like different crops, and you can see I'm going through my crops right now. I can even crop in and then shoot a tighter portrait from here. I can go full. Most likely we have 4:3 just because of Instagram. It gives me like a better crop ratio. But just to have a proper comparison with the 5D Mark IV, I'll keep it on full. And you noticed with the box behind the 5D Mark IV, it was big and green over the entire face. But here, it's just a small, tiny box on the eye. So it's focusing on the eye. So we'll look out for sharpness, we'll look out for all that. And I don't need to focus and recompose with the EOS R because it's picking up her eye. And all I need to now do is just move the camera into positions I like and then shoot. Yeah, this is perfect. So same exact settings, same everything. And look at the screen, they look exactly the same, but you know. So I should just recycle your poses. Yeah, stunning. Yeah, that's perfect. Awesome. Yeah, one more. Okay, we can go lower. Yeah. Okay, one more shot. Yeah, looks like we have it. Images are looking really natural. Oh, I love that. Okay, so whilst we're here, I'm just gonna switch to my 85 and then just try and grab tighter portraits, also at 1.4, and then we can do the comparison. All right, so now I have put my 85 1.4 on the EOS R. We're starting with that. And then I'm going to take tighter shots, even in the same setup, same lighting setup, same everything, and also shoot at 1.4. So now we're going to compare this with the 5D Mark IV. All right, so now because these are tighter portraits, I may just need to step back a tiny bit because I want to, yeah, perfect, just like that. Let me just now look at it and see. Oh, this is stunning actually. Perfect, perfect. Yeah, nice. And the 85 really compresses the background and really milks everything away. And that's amazing. Yeah, one more. Also gonna go lower and just grab some shots. Stunning. Yeah, I love that. I didn't change anything, didn't change the lighting, didn't change nothing at all. Now I'm just gonna change the camera body to the 5D Mark IV. Take the trigger off. Another thing that you may want to note is the 5D Mark IV has 2 card slots, and then the EOS R just has 1. But currently I'm just shooting with 1 card in the 5D Mark IV. And then since I started shooting with the EOS R, no memory card has died on me yet. Hopefully no card dies on me. I've not had a need to shoot on 2 memory cards yet. All right, so same everything. Okay, so I need to step back again, try and get the composition looking the same. Focus and recompose. Focus, recompose. Same lighting setup, nothing has changed. Perfect. But I think I really miss shooting straight through the viewfinder. The 5D Mark IV is just giving me that, so like I'm not distracted by surrounding elements. It's just me and my subject right in the camera. Oh, that's beautiful. It's looking slightly darker though. Perfect. So for my bonus test, what I want to do is just do a little bit of a sequence with Aisha. So I'm going to shoot video with both cameras. All of them are supposed to have C-Log, and I'm saying supposed because at the time of release, the EOS R came with C-Log internal, but the 5D Mark IV didn't. But I know there's an update where you can send your camera back and then they would install the C-Log onto it for you, but this 5D Mark IV doesn't have C-Log. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to shoot 60 frames per second, and I'm going to be shooting in the faithful profile for both cameras. And for now, I'm going to be using all-eye, 60 frames, full HD on both cameras, and also shooting auto white balance and picture style is faithful. I'm also going to be using the 35 1.4, shooting at 1.4 throughout the entire video. All right, so actually all I want you to do is, just sit still, look pretty. So I'll just start from here and record. Okay, so you can flip the page. So that's our first part, so don't forget. So you flip the page, and I'm using the strap also as support. Another thing is the 5D Mark IV doesn't have electronic image stabilization, but this one has, so I've turned it on. So we'll see how stable this footage is and how shaky this one is. Maybe I'll just put in some warp stabilizer on both of them also to see if there's a difference or if they all now look the same. So yeah, I did that wide shot, and now let me just, so first of all, you look up this way, like my hand. And then when I'm panning, like when I'm coming close to you, you look down and then you flip the page again. All right. So 3, 2, 1. Let's go. Now look down, flip the page. Yeah, just like that. All right. So my last sequence is I'll just get her hands in motion. Yeah. So you can do that to the books actually. So let me do that even from the top. So I'll start like this and then I'll come down to her. So 3, 2, 1. Let's go. Yeah. Perfect. Now I just want to get details of her fingers as part of it. So yeah, let's go. Okay. And then now just look at me and then smile. So you're looking up, you look down, and then you smile. All right. So 3, so look down. 3, 2, 1, let's go. Look up and smile. Yeah. Okay, I hope I can remember all the sequences. So I'm going to put the 35 on the 5D Mark IV and then try and do the same thing. Okay, so one thing I'm also missing on the 5D Mark IV is the flip screen. And it means this is all I'm stuck with. But if it was the EOS R, I could have flipped it out and done like different angles easily. Okay, so what I'm going to do is just try and recreate the same sequence. So the first one, actually it was of you first looking at me, then you look down and flip the page, right? All right. Also because of the digital IS, the EOS R had cropped in a little bit more. So this frame is going to be wider than the EOS R, and that's because this one doesn't have the digital IS. Okay, so look at me and action. Perfect. So 3, 2, 1, look down, flip the page. Perfect. So this one might be a little harder to do, but I'll do my best. Okay, so 3, 2, 1, let's go. Flip the page. Stunning. All right, cool. So 3, 2, 1, let's go. 3, 2, 1, let's go. Up at me and smile. Okay, the 5D Mark IV is heavy, honestly. I don't regret going in for the more affordable EOS R. Currently, the price I said is at $2,500, which is almost equal to or the same as the R6. And I can't wait to get the R6 and try it out. So yeah, this brings me to the end of today's test. If you're able to tell the difference between the EOS R and then the 5D Mark IV, let me know in the comments down below. And like I said, this is going for $2,500 right now, and then the EOS R is going for $1,700. So it's still cheaper than the 5D Mark IV, even though the prices have all dropped. And then also, if you like the benefits of the EOS R, it means you're even going to love the R6 more, because it shares the same price as the 5D Mark IV currently. So maybe if you're in the market for a 5D Mark IV, you could be looking at the R6, because it's mirrorless. It has all the benefits, you know, of the EOS R plus some. And yeah, I think that's it for today's video. If you enjoyed it, leave a like, leave a comment down below, even though I'm late to the 5D Mark IV game. And I'll catch you guys in the next one. And remember, don't ever give up.